Is my voice is loud and clear? One minute. Online students, could you please confirm? Is my voice is loud and clear? Yeah, online students, could you please confirm? Is my voice is loud and clear? Can you hear me? Okay, done. Just give me a minute. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, fine guys. Yeah, could you please confirm? Can you see my screen? Online students? Can you see my screen? Okay, done. So let's start the session. Now, in the last class, we are discussing about the different types of join functions. What are the different in the Power BI? We have covered the different types of join functions, and along with that, we also completed. So, last class, what are we have done is first we have seen the append. After how to do the append, next one is join or which is also called as merge. Okay, and within the merge, we are having the left merge, right merge, and inner, outer, and left anti, right anti. And also we have seen the Venn diagrams and how to create a new tables for all these things. This is the last class whatever we have completed along with the group by function. How we can do the group by. Okay. And along with the group by, we also have seen in terms of the pandas, how to rename the columns in the pandas and in the Power BI, how to rename the columns. Just we are going to right click on that. And along with that, we also have seen some how to remove the columns, okay, how to rename or how to remove or how to transform the data or something. Now in today's class we are going to continue with the Power Query, okay, and we are going to discuss with respect to some cleaning process. And today once we complete that cleaning process, tomorrow we are going to discuss the DAX functions. So tomorrow we are going to start the functions within the Power BI, DAX functions, which are used for working with the data. So DAX full form is data analysis expression. Data analysis expression. So generally we'll write in India expression like this, expression like this. But just in the US, they'll write the expression. They'll start, E will be silent for them and they'll use the expression like this. And this is the DAX functions. So here, what are the DAX functions we are having? So here we are going to use the different types of functions, numerical functions. What are the different numerical functions are available? Okay, like sum, okay, and count, like this. Some numerical functions are available. Next, we are having the string functions, string or text functions. Means if you are having the upper data, means the column has values in the upper and we want to convert to lower. So uppercase, lowercase or split, and all this comes under string related functions. So in the strings, what are the different types of functions we have applied, right? That type of functions will come into the this. And also logical functions. Now this is more important. What is logical functions means? If and elif. Yes, whatever we are having, those comes under logical functions. And also we are going to discuss in terms of logical functions, string functions and date related functions. Okay, all these multiple types of functions we are going to cover in the tomorrow's class. That is functions. Exclusively, it will take 1 or 2 days of time to cover the DAX function. Once DAX functions are completed means automatically Power BI is completed. Because all the functions are completed means we can start doing one project on Power BI. Exclusively complete end-to-end project we'll do. How we have done the end-to-end project in the Python, similar way. Now, first in this class, we are not going to discuss this one. We will first focus on the data cleaning. As in the last class, whatever we have completed, and from there we'll continue in the data cleaning and along with the data transformation. Data cleaning and data transformation. These two things we'll cover in the today's class. Now, coming to this one, Power BI. Just I'm trying to open the Power BI one more time. Done. So in the Power BI, first we are going to click on the data. First, obviously we have to load the data, then only options will be enabled. And already I told you this is called as table view. Okay. So in the table view, you can see the what are the tables we are having. You can see here the tables. And for the tables, if you want to add the new column also, you can add the new column or something like this. And this is the model view, means multiple tables are there, which table is connected to which table. If it is by default, it will identify something. If it has not identified also, we can connect that one. I will also show you that one. How we can connect the multiple tables, this one. This is called as relationship diagram, which is ER diagram, which in the SQL we are having same thing here, right? Sometimes Power BI will identify automatically. If it is not identified means we are going to give the relation between them. Now coming back to first, let's focus here. Okay. That is in the report view and let us load the data. And after loading the data, here we are going to click on the transform. And within the transform, we are majorly going to work on the here. What are the transform data and the add column? These two things we are going to work today majorly. Now, so to work anything on that, first what we required? Some data. Without data, nothing we can do. So for that reason, I'm going to add the data. Now to add the data, okay, I'm just adding the data something like this. Again, I'm taking one Excel sheet, some random example. I'm not taking any particular data set, or I am not explaining anything on a particular project or anything. Just I'm taking some random example. Okay. And I'll give the name as, rename this one as DF something. Okay. And inside this, I'm going to give the column name as name of the student. Okay. SRK Siva, like this. And here I'm going to write SRK Siva Krishna Pavan something. Now age of the student, age. I'm writing here 21, 24, 30 and 22. Something I'm writing like this. And I'm going to click on the save. Right? Now I'm going to load this data. What are the data I have created just now? I'm trying to load this data. Obviously you understand why I have done like that. In that way I have written. Okay. Now here just I'm trying to load the data. To load the data, just I'm selecting the which is available on the desktop. Some random example, right? So while you are practicing, you also can select the some data as per your choice. I no need to share that exactly that same data set, right? So you can choose as per your choice. And I'm going to click on the data. And what are the data I have clicked? Okay. What are the data I have clicked? Here, just I'm going to click on the transform. And within the transform, when I have selected the table, what are the table I'm having? So here, when I see, I'm having in terms of name SRK Siva like this, but I want in terms of not like this. I want transpose, means rows has to be converted to this one and the columns has to be converted to rows. So for that, what I'm going to use transpose. When I click on the transpose, what happens? That entire table, when I do the transpose, here you are having the column. What are the column is there? That column. Okay. Not only this column, the entire table. I'm selecting the table, and that table, whatever I have selected, I'm going to click on the transpose. Now, when I click on the transpose, here I'm having the age and the values in the column wise. Now, what are the column wise I'm having? I have to use the first row as the header. So I'm going to use the first row as the header, and I'm going to get the output like this. So earlier the data is in the row. Now row to column, if you want to convert, means what you are going to do? Transpose. Or if you want like this, means again you are going to click back on this and you are going to get the data in the like this. Now, so what are the data I'm having? Okay. So here I have received the data like this. First I have received the data like this. So whenever I have received the data, first step I have received the data like this. I'm just clicking on the transpose. After clicking on the transpose, so here I'm having the data like this in the two rows. I want in the two columns, that is name as the column and also age as the column. So what I'm going to do? Transpose. Now when I do the transpose, I have got the rows as column. Okay. And after doing the rows as column, now I want to keep this one as the column names. So if I want to use the first row as the column names, what I have to do? Click first row as the column. Okay. Otherwise, you have to rename. Either you have to rename. For renaming the columns, double click on that and directly you can rename. Or simply you can click on the use first row as the headers and automatically it will be used as the header. So this is called as transpose. And if you want to do the reverse of the rows, I'm going to click on the reverse of the rows. See, rows are reversed. All the rows are reverse. That is nothing but slicing. So if you remember list of numbers are there. List dot reverse. What is list dot reverse? What is list dot reverse, guys? It is going to reverse the values. All the values will be reverse. Just it is going to apply the reverse order, right? Now, so like this, you can reverse the rows or you can keep normal. In some cases, we may require the reverse of the rows. In that case, we are going to do that. If you don't require, no need to do. Okay. Next, coming to the count rows. What is meant by count rows means it is going to see when I keep the cursor there, what is it is showing one box. What is that box? Return the number of rows in the table. So when I click on this, total how many number of rows are there? 4 rows. So total number of rows in the given data set will be given by how to check the total number of rows means count rows. Count rows will give the rows. Is the point is clear? So already I have explained group by. How to use the first row as headers, transpose, reverse of rows, count rows. Everything are clear up to here? Everything? Now let us move on to this one. Anyone? Any questions? Until now, any questions, guys? Yes. df dot shape in that again 0, index of 0, because shape will give the output of both rows and columns now. I want exclusive rows. Simply you instead of this length of df. Length of df will give the only rows, right? Yes, that is available as a function. As a functions. Here as we here whatever we are selecting now, these we call it as options. Whatever we are clicking on that, they are called as option. Click on this option, click on this option, click on this option. We used to say. Instead of using that option, we have to write the function clearly. Multiple functions are there. In Power BI also, various functions are there. And we are going to discuss those functions at the time you'll get the answer. Yes. Multiple functions, not only DAX functions. DAX functions are exclusively used for data analysis. Not apart from the data analysis, some additional functions also is there. So additional functions are also we are going to discuss, like length function. Length is also function. Basically here we are applying the count rows now. Instead of count rows, for example, assume this one I have not applied. Coming back. Okay, let's click on the save and apply. As one of the student is asking the question. So now here I'm having the data like this, and what are the columns and this one. Now here I'm going to create a measure. So in the main one, I'm going to click on the, here can you see a new measure. I'm going to click on the new measure. It will ask as a function. I'm applying the function called as len is a function. In that I'm going to provide the, in the sheet 1. What is the table name? Table name is sheet 1 of name. What are the name is there? Name column. I'm going to select the, for the name column, the measure. Now here, if you are creating one measure is there, at the same time we can create a new column. I want to create a new column. Okay, length of, it is going to return the number of characters in the text string. So here I'm going to give the name. What are the sheet 1 name is there? This one. Now, and I'm going to click the column. This gives the length of characters. Assume this is the column name. I want to give the column name. Now automatically what happens here, one column name was added, and what is that column name is called as length. Now if you see in the table, see first one has how many characters? 3 characters. Siva 4 characters. Krishna 7 characters. Right? Now this is one of the function. You may use for data analysis, you may not use for data analysis, but it is also a function. So we are having the multiple functions like this. So here once you click on the new measure, you will get the different functions like calculate. See, this is a function, this is a function, fx, whichever was written with fx, those are all called as functions. So we are going to use the calculate function. We are going to use logical function, is logical, and next we are going to use calendar function. Okay, for our date related. So like that we are going to use the different functions. So tomorrow's class is exclusively functions. So today's class, whatever we are going to discuss now, we are discussing in terms of options. What are the options to click? That options we'll discuss today. Tomorrow we'll focus exclusively on the functions. What are the various functions are available? Is the point is clear? Now, just let me remove this. Now, again, I'm going to click on the transform data. Now in the transform data, now I'm having the data in this way, where we are having the data in terms of name and age of the person, and here data type. So for each column, if you want to change the data type, we are going to select the data type here. What are the data type is there? Okay. If it is wrongly placed, we are going to give the correct data type. Next, detect the data type. If you click on the detect data type, it will detect the data type for each column and rename. So rename means that column can be renamed. For example, you have selected this one and you have clicked on the rename. What happens? You can rename. So directly after selecting the column, if you click on the rename also, you can rename, or simply double click on this also, you can rename. Two things are there. If you select the column and if you click on the rename also, it will redirect to that column name only. Okay. And detect data type means that particular column, what are the data type is there, it is going to detect what are the data type of that particular column. Next, coming to the next one is called as replace. In the replace, we are having the replace values and we are also having the replace errors. So replace values. Once I click on the replace values, it is asking which value you want to replace with which value you want to replace. Already we have covered this one in the previous class itself, how to replace the values. At the same time, next one is called as fill. Now fill down, fill up, two things are there. What is meant by fill down and fill up means, if you click on the fill down means previous value, what are the below value will be there, na? That will be filled. Fill up means what is the meaning means upper value will be filled to the lower one. Okay. So if you click on the fill up, okay, which are the upper values? Sir, where here upper values are not there means just let us add, let's click on the close and apply. And here, let us add one more row and which is having the null values. In this example, we are not having the null values. Since in this example, we are not having the null values, in this case, what are the fill? Fill means fill NA. Okay, simply to say, fill means fill NA. It is going to fill with the previous value or it is going to fill with the lower value, upper value or lower value. Right? That is called as filling. Filling with upper value or you are going to fill with the lower value. Next one is called as pivot. Pivot and unpivot. This is one of the important. Pivot and unpivot. Now, so before moving on to the pivot and unpivot, let us complete this move. Small one only. It's a small one. Just here a table is there. They have selected a column called as name. So this name you want to move right side. Just click on the right side. It will move to the right side. One step right. For example, you want the name at the beginning. Okay, left or beginning or right. For example, you are having the 4 to 5 columns are there. So let us create one more data set for our better understanding. Let's add one more data set. As one of the student is also asking the fill example. Let's create one more. Let's take here name of the person, SRK, Siva, gap, Pavan, again gap, Krishna. Next age. Okay, 20, 30, 25. Okay, gap 40, 50. Something I'm having like this. Okay, I have created one data set. And at the same time, I'm also having the one more called as salary. Salary as some 50,000 and 60,000, something like this. And similarly, I'm having one more column call as uh, uh, that is different. So let's go with one more column like gender, male, male, female, female, male, and female. Something you are having the data like this. Okay. Now let us load the same data one more time here. How to load already you know. So just I'm trying to load the data one more time. Get the data from DF, and within the DF now I'm going to take the sheet 2 and I'm going to load. Okay, this is my sheet 2. What are the name? What are the name it is? So you can have either with the sheet 1 or sheet 2, and in the sheet 2 you are having the age, gender, name of the person, and salary, something like this. Now I'm going to click on the transform. Once I click on the transform data, so here I'm going to click on the transform. Here there is an option called as move. So if I want to select this name column in the last position, I mean in the order last I want to keep. So to end, if you click on that one, it will move to the last position. So I want to bring this gender in the first position. So to beginning, I want to bring this age right side, right or left or something. If you want to move one step right means you have to click on the right. And if you want to move this salary to the left side means you have to click on the left. That column will be moved accordingly. So first you have to set the column and you can move accordingly. So I'm moving this one to the beginning. What is beginning means first column. It is going to be cited in the first column. Is the point is clear? Move is clear everyone? It is simple only, right? Now coming to the fill. Now this column, what are the name column is there? Name column I am setting and fill the down. Can you see here missing value was filled with the previous value. Above value was filled down. Above value was filled down. I don't want to fill with the down. Now I want to fill with the up. Up means now this null value will be filled with the Pavan. This null value will be filled with what? Krishna. So it is going to fill like this up. Yes. Mode or something that again functions. Just wait. We'll discuss each and everything. Okay, what are the options are there? Every option we are going to discuss. Is the point is clear? So fill, it is the fill down and fill up. Fill up means previous values will be filled. Fill down means that upper values will be filled. Is the point is clear? Fill up and fill down. Okay. Now, in which case we are going to use this B fill and up fill? Okay. What are the, this in Python also we are having. In the Python, we are having the function called as fill NA. Okay. Dot fill NA. And also in the Python, we are also having, apart from the fill NA, we are also having the B fill. What is this B fill means? Before value fill that. So when we are going to use the before value to fill means when we are working with the sequential data. When we are working with the sequential data. In that case, we, for example, let's take an example like this. Okay, you only tell me in this case which value we have to fill. So let's take an example of some stock market data. In that we are having some of the days for a company. Okay, starting from 01/01/2022 to 01/01/2025. So today's date is almost close to 28/5/2025. The dates we are having like this. Last 3 years data we are having. In this, we are having the data like this, and this is the share price. This is the date column and this is the share price. And we are having the data. In this data, here some missing value is available. Now, if I take the overall data 2025, automatically the mean value will be very high. I can't replace with the mean. Why? Because in the year of 2022, the share value might be 100. In the year of 2025, the share value might be 180 or 190 or something, maybe. Anything can be there. Now, when anything can be there, now in between 2023 records, I want missing values are there. Some date. Oh, let us take the date as 19/4/2023. Assume this is the date. Their missing value is available. Now, missing value, for that value you want to fill, we can't consider 2024 data and 25 data, and those mean cannot be replaced at the 24 now, because on 18/4/2023 the value will be around, assume, let's take as 140. 19 it is missing. On 20th it is going to be something like 141 or something, some value. Now, what are the average we have calculated? We got the 164. Assume, let's take an example. We can't replace with 164 here, right? So it has to be filled with the previous value or below value. So when you are having the sequential order data, in that case we have to fill with the B fill, or after that upfill or downfill. To be simplified, upfill or downfill. Okay. So when we are going to apply this upfill or downfill means when you are working with the sequential data. Sir, mine is not a sequential data. Then don't apply the upfill and downfill. Then you have to fill with the either mean or median or mode or anything means, then we are going to use a function for that. Separate function we are going to use. This function is applicable only for upfill and downfill. Okay, if you want to fill with upper value or down value, in that case we are going to use the this. Where is my mouse cursor? Just a minute, guys. Okay, so here I'm going to use the upfill or downfill only when I'm having the sequential order data. Otherwise, I'm not going to use. Now, coming to the pivot and unpivot, these are the two things are left. So I have already explained the D type and how to detect the D type: rename, replace, fill, move, and automatically you know how to convert to list. So first example, this one you have selected and click on the convert to list means it will convert to list of values, means only that particular column will be selected. Okay. Now, for example, if you are converting like this, okay, this column you are selecting and convert to list means it is going to give the list of values. So what is the difference means here table, now it was converted to list. Can you see the symbol? Instead of table. For example, if it is not list means now how it is that the table is looking like this. Now what is the difference between the list and table means table operations, if you want to apply means we require the table. If you want to apply the some list operations means we require the list of values. So why list of values are required means tomorrow you are going to see the functions I told you na. In that functions, if I want the list, it will ask that input should be list of values. If it says that list of values, I have to provide the list. Now, for example, I want only this column and remaining columns has to be removed. So here I'm going to remove the other columns. Now when I have removed other columns, can you tell me here table format is there or list symbol is there? Anyone can tell me? Still it is table symbol only now. It is not in the list now. Now, but when I have selected this one, convert to list. Now also one column only is there. But what is the symbol now? List type. Sir, what is the difference? 2D array versus 1D array. One column can be selected as a 2D with double bracket. One column can be selected with a single bracket as 1D. 1D means list here. 2D means table only as it is. So you want to keep that single column and other columns you don't require means, then in that case, remove. Otherwise, you are going to do like this. Point is clear, everyone? Convert list also is clear. Now, what was balance, pivot and unpivot? That we are going to discuss now. Once it is completed, we'll move on to this one. Right? Now, coming to the pivot and unpivot. What is pivot and unpivot? So, let's go with the what is pivot and unpivot. For doing the pivot and unpivot, I required one more data set. Sir, why you are showing on different examples? Why you can't show on the same example everything means? That is not possible. Based on the requirement to requirement, according to the situation, we'll use the functions. Every data set will not be the same. Based on the given data. Now, guys, if you remember in the Power BI, Power Query, what are the Power Query I'm explaining for you? If this is easy, the Home tab, Transform tab, Add column tab, one by one I'm going to explain. Once it is completed, now in the Excel also, in the future we are going to work in the Excel sheet. In the Excel sheet, if you want to do the data cleaning, automatically it will redirect to the Power BI query only, Power Query Editor. Without opening the Power BI, but Power Query will be open. Power Query will automatically. So can you see here, there is an option called as fill. Now, for example, in the Excel sheet, I am selecting the column and in the column, I am selecting the fill, up fill. What is up? What is the meaning of up? So it is going to fill the values. What are the values are there? It is going to fill the values. Here also, it is same kind of fill. This one, I'm going to create here down. Means it is going to fill. And I'm going to create here up. What is meant by up? Krishna na Pavana? Krishna. It is going to take down value to up. So that is in Excel. Same thing in the Power BI. So once you know the Power BI, next we are going to complete the Excel. Excel will be easy for you. Okay. Let us keep this one side. Okay. Now let's go with one more example. What is this example is? Here I'm going to take the year. Heading is year and this is month and this is says. Year is 2024. Month is January and says are 100. Before 2024, let's add one more year also or two more years. 2022 January says are 100. Next 2022 Feb and you are having the 120 and 2022 March you are having the 130. Okay. Similarly 2023 Jan. Okay. 2023 Jan. I'm having the sales, total sales. Okay. Let's keep the heading as total sales. Now I'm having the value like this. January I'm having 126 something. I'm writing random numbers. In the February I'm having 200 and 2023 March I'm having 134. 2024 Jan 130. 2024 Feb 210. 2024 March 150. Next 2025 Jan, the sales are 100 and or 145. 2025 Feb 200. Okay. And 2025 March 160. Something I'm having the values like this. Okay. Now my requirement is like this. What is my requirement is I want year as like this. That is 2022, 23, 24, 25. This is the rows of year. Column should be January, February, March. Now in 2022 Jan, what is the value? 100. 2000 Jan, this one 120. This is 130, 126, 200, 134, 130, 210, 150, 145, 200 and 160. I want like this. Now if I convert to rows to column, whether I will get like that? If I do the transpose, whether I'm going to get that one? Tell me guys, if I do the transpose, whether I will get like this? No. So rows to column I will get. So in the first row, I will get only 2022, 22, 22, 23, 23, 23 like that I'm going to get. But my requirement is this one. This report, this one has to be converted like this. So for doing that one, here I'm going to take the, so this again, let me load one more time. Again, as you know how to load. So I'm loading one more time the data. To load the data, again I'm using the Excel, and within the DF, this is my explanation. For explanation, I'm taking one by one example like this. So in the reality, we are not going to do like this. In the reality, we'll get the entire data, the database connection, and all the tables will get separated. So we are not going to do like this. So since in the class, I have to explain with multiple examples the concepts, this one is different. So what we do in the reality, that is capstone project. When I do the project now, that one only you have to remember. That is reality. What are I'm other than project, what are I'm explaining, that is individual concept. Individually concept wise I'm applying, and overall I will do in the project that one. Right? Now transform data. Once I click on the transform data, so here I'm having the data like this, and I'm going to transform, click on the pivot. So I'm going to take the pivot as month. Okay. And I click on this. Can you see? So here it is giving in terms of the columns as 2022, 23, 24 and 25. But I don't want like this. What is my requirement? I told in terms of month and year. So I'm here selecting the columns. What are the columns you want? What columns I want means month as the columns, and what I want counter, not count. I want in terms of value. What are the value? Okay. So now here if I take 1 minute. Says I have to select, click on the pivot. Now you will get the option month and year. Now I'm going to select the year wise. Says I want year wise. So can you see here says, what are the says you are having? But what I required, this is the one, no, right? So I'm just clicking on the pivot and I'm going to clear the month. Now, so here, what are the values are there? Just a minute. I want the each column. What is the output I told you? This one. In this, what are the column names? January, February, March. So I want the month and click on the pivot and click on the total sales. And I'm going to set the sales and click on the OK. Now you are going to get that one finally. What you want as the column? First you have to select that one. Internal what values you want, that one you have to select. Again I am showing you. First select what column names you want. Which column you want as the column names. Which one you want as the column names. For example, if I select a year and if I click on the pivot, what happens means year will be cited as the column names. Year will be cited as column names. See, when I click on the pivot, observe here clearly. Okay. Column names are year 2022, 23, 24 and 25. Columns as year, but I don't want columns as year. What I want the columns as? Month. So select the month and then click on the pivot. After selecting the pivot, now it is asking values. Values means in the each column internally what you want. What I want internally inside that sales I want internally. So click on the sales and then you click on the OK and you will get the output like this. Is the point is clear, everyone? First you have to select the month followed by what you want internally. Each column name followed by internal values. Is the point is clear, everyone? Yes or no? Now you are having the data like this. This data has to be converted to old data. Sir, just remove this one. Remove means automatically you will get. But assume, okay, I have done the pivot and here I have clicked on the total sales and click on the OK, completed. Now what is unpivot? Unpivot means a pivot table will be converted to a normal table. I'm going to click on the unpivot. So when I click on the unpivot, it will be converted. So here again, I'm going to click on the month, unpivot. So again, you are going to get back like this. Is the point is clear? Unpivot. So first pivot is clear means obviously unpivot will be clear. So how to click on the unpivot means first you have to select the columns which has to be unpivot. So what are the columns has to be unpivoted means January, February, March. I want them as the row. Then what I'm going to do? Click on unpivot and click on that. Automatically it will be come into the row. Point is clear, everyone? How to convert to pivot to unpivot, unpivot to pivot. Both are clear? Now, what is the advantage of doing the pivot? Pivot will give the overall data distribution. I mean, overall data we can observe in a single shot. Now, when you are having the sales, what are the sales? This is monthly sales. Okay, and let me rename this one. Here also same options, guys. What are the options are there? Here also same options. Don't think this is a new one. Everything is same only. Whatever you are having here, the same thing will be here. Right? Now, so just I want to rename. For renaming, what I'm going to do? Click on the rename. Either you can click on here or you can click on this one or you can double click on this one. Anything is same. Okay, three options are there. First you select the column and click on the rename. You will have the option to rename. Or second option is click on this, double click directly, you will get the option to rename. Third one is select the column and right click on that and click on the rename. Again, you will get the same option. Finally, everything is same. Now I'm going to select the month. Okay. And similarly, I want this one as rename. I'm renaming this one as sales. Now my requirement is such a way 2022 January is there, 2022 February says, 2022 March says. This is okay. Now just I want to compare the year wise. So then in that case, what I'm going to do? This one I'm going to click on the pivot column. So just I'm going to click on the pivot, and after clicking on the pivot, internal value should be sales. What are the sales is that should be considered as internal values. And now once I write like this, now I can observe clearly in the year of 2022, every month in the January, it is increasing or decreasing. It is increasing or decreasing. In the month of February, in the month of March, every year, or in a single year, month wise it is increasing or not. So yearly, I can compare yearly in the same month, and within the year, I can compare with the month wise. Is the point is clear? Everyone? Understood? So what is the advantage of this one means? So in the year of, for example, let me show you with a simple example. Again, I will try with a simple example. As again, I am selecting the stock market performance, stock market performance month wise. I'll show you simple one. After seeing this one, just you will only say uh, returns historical. Hmm. Now, this is best one. Hmm. Done, guys. Just give me a minute. This is only pivot. Now, after seeing this one, from your perspective, you tell me what you have observed. From the 1994 to 2013, January month, February month, March, April, like this. This is completely pivot table where you are having the year as row, column as month, internal values are how much percentage is the increase or decrease. Now tell me guys, from this what you have observed. In the month of, as of now we are in the month of May, right? In the month of May, total how many years data this is? 1994 to 2013. So it is close to 20 years data. So in these 20 years, how many times in the month of May it was increased, it was fall. So one time increase, minus, 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 2, 2 plus, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So out of 20 years, 9 times in the month of May it is plus, remaining 11 times it is minus. Like that, if you count for each and every column, you will observe one interesting point. What is that point is, assume in a particular month, out of 20 years, that particular month, almost 18 years it is negative. 18 years it is negative. Only 2 times that month is positive. Every year that month is 18 times negative only. Then it will be helpful for the traders, I mean, who are working with the stock market. So in that particular month, it is going to fall by default because high probability for fall. So since there is a high probability for fall, what they are going to do is they are going to sell before only. Is the point is clear? For investors, this is not required. For them fall or increase or anything, they'll keep the stock like that only for years. For them, these are all the things are normal. For particularly some people will be there, they'll observe, they want the money within the 1 month or 1 week or 10 days, all these things, they are called as traders. For them, this is going to be the interesting one. Right? Now, here, this is the pivot. Can you see the example of pivot? So, just we are having the data. They have arranged the data in the year wise and that again month wise. What are the data we are having? So, entire table can be converted to pivot like this. Which month and which year and everything. Now, same thing can we do on the orders data set, which we have worked for the data visualization. In that, can we take in terms of yearly and along with the state wise, what is the sales, total amount of sales, and we can do the some observation on that. Yes or no? Simple. So we are going to take some rows and some columns. What we'll consider as the column names means region we'll consider as column names. We'll select the region. Whatever the region is there, we'll select that one and we'll click on the pivot. After selecting that one as the pivot, then we'll select in terms of what are the values we want internally. And it will be converted. Right? So we are going to get the pivot table, and based on the pivot table, we can do some kind of analysis. Now in this example, what analysis we can do means every year January sales are increasing only. When compared to previous year, next year January sales are always increasing. And for February month, from last 3 years, it is constant in the month of February. Coming to the March, again, it is increasing. This is my observation. Year to year, every year, almost for February from last 3 years, it is constant value. But for January and March, it is increasing. Now, if in the Naresh IT, I have observed, assume, more number of students are enrolling in the month of April as the pivot table. This is year, this is month wise. Inside the data is number of students enrolled. Now I'm having one time slot free. Okay. Now the month is, assume this is May. I have observed that July month is having, in terms of more number of students will have more. Now, and I'm having the time. One slot is available. And that slot, should I take in the June month or in the July month? Which one is best for me? When I have observed clearly July month, should I choose June month also? No, because in the June month, what happens? Comparatively, I will get the number of students comparatively low. When I'm going to get the comparatively low in the June month, why I have to waste the slot time for June for less number of students? Because at the end, the course duration will be the same. So once I started the batch means again 4 months, the time will be locked. 4 to 5 months, the time is locked. I can't share that time to another batch or any other work or anything. From last 3 months, we are working from 7:30 to 9. So the same thing, I have dedicated only for your batch now. I have not integrated with another batch or this one or that one or anything. So exclusively. Now when I have observed that there is in the July month more number of students are going to enroll means, then why we have to go to with the June month example? So in the real life, we are going to use the pivot tables, and from the pivot tables, we are going to get the summary. And based on the summary, we are going to take some business development decisions. Is the points are clear? Now, everyone is clear now? Next, coming to the next one. Okay, pivot and unpivot, move, convert to list, everything is clear. This one also, this one is completed, and this one is also completed. Now let us move on to this one, these options. What are these options are available? Now, coming back, this is my sheet 1. In the sheet 1, I'm going to select the 2 columns. After selecting the 2 columns, I'm going to click on the merge. Okay, I'm going to select the separator. What is the separator is column. Means between 1 and 2, I want the column. And what is the new column name I want means merge. See, I'm going to get a new column name 21 hyphen, colon SRK, 24 colon Siva, 30 colon Pawan. Is that clear? So you are going to combine the 2 columns. Merge means concat, or simply join. Join function you are applying. So I want to join the first column and the second column. What is the first column is age, second column is name. For example, let's take the name. I want to bring the name first column. How to bring this one as first column? First tell me that one. Move towards left side. Okay. Now I want a column called as Siva hyphen 21. SRK hyphen 21, Siva hyphen 24 means in between I want the hyphen. I want to join these 2 columns by using the hyphen. How to join? Just you have to select the 2 columns. Which are the 2 columns you want to join? Click on the merge, and between them, what you want? Hyphen. I want something hyphen. Whether hyphen is available? This is colon, comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, tab. I'm going to click on the custom and I'm going to give the hyphen. My requirement is hyphen, which is not available. Here, what are the options are available means colon. Colon means this one. I don't want that. Next, comma. Comma means, as everyone knows, this one. I also don't want that. Equal sign. Everyone knows. Semicolon. What is semicolon, guys? One dot with colon, comma. It is called as semicolon. I don't want this one also. Next, space. I don't want this. Tab. I want what? Hyphen. My requirement is SRK hyphen 21. Now I'm going to get the SRK hyphen 21, Siva hyphen 24, Krishna hyphen 30, Pawan hyphen 22. This is the meaning of merge. Merge is clear? Merge means join. Now what are the join is there? I want to divide them into two parts. Split now. Earlier is join function. Now it is split function. I want to split. I'm going to click on the split by using the delimiter. What is a delimiter means? Before two hyphen as 1, after the hyphen as 1. So I'm going to split this one as hyphen. Okay. And I'm going to click on this. See, before two hyphen as one part, after the hyphen as one part. When you are splitting the data, automatically it is going to divide into two parts. Now the question is like this. Okay, let's take an example like this. Now, again, I want to combine all these four guys. Before combining all of them, just let me fill here. What are the fill is there? Just let me fill something. Now I want to combine four of them by using the comma. First tell me how to combine all four of them. Select four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. After selecting four of them, what you have to click? Merge. And here you have to select the comma and then click on the OK. Now you have got like this. Sir, why 20 has came first? Because the reason behind that is earlier you have selected first age column, the order of selection. Which one has to be selected first means name, followed by gender, means SRK, comma, male, comma, age, comma, salary. I want this order. This is the order of merge. What order you want to select, that order only you select. And click on the merge. So automatically, can you see here, I'm going to use the comma. First, which one? SRK, comma. What is the second one? Gender. What is the gender? Male. What is the age? 20. What is the salary? 50. See? You are going to get in that order. Is that point is clear? Now, I want to split this one. Assume I have got the data like this. Okay, what are the Excel sheet I have received? That data is like this. I want to do the data cleaning. So for doing the data cleaning, what I have to do? I have to do the split function. So here I'm applying the split by using the delimiter. So what is the delimiter means? Comma. So there is a comma. Now each occurrence of delimiter means how many times the delimiter is there, that many times you want, or only first time? Leftmost delimiter. What is leftmost delimiter means? First comma only be selected. Left. Here total how many commas are there, guys? In the row, how many columns commas are there? 3 are there. In that first one, only first comma will be selected. Left side will be considered as one part. Right side will be considered as one part. Only first comma was selected. Now I got here. I'm going to name it as rename. How to rename this one as name? Done. Completed. Now here I'm having. Now I want to separate only the salary. Salary, that is 50,000, 60,000, that one. Which comma I have to select? First comma or second comma? Last comma or which comma I have to select? Last one. So for that, I'm going to click on the split and delimiter in terms of rightmost. Rightmost means right side, last one will be selected. And automatically you are going to get the salary separated. Is the point is clear? Sir, I don't want like this. Okay, left side most or right side most I don't want. I want to select wherever the comma is there, it has to be separated, because in the Python, when you apply the split function, automatically how many commas are there? Every comma will be applicable. Before two comma as one part, after the comma. Then automatically it has to be select every comma means just simply select the each occurrence of the delimiter and click on the OK. Automatically it will create 4 columns. Is the point is clear? In the orders data set, also we are having one of the column called as order ID. In that CA hyphen US hyphen, for example, it is CM is maybe California. State name, first 2 characters or 3 characters indicates the state name. Maybe, I also don't know, maybe. Okay. Now just I want to cross check like that. That is my idea. Maybe this one is like this. So I want to separate them. To separate them, what I have to use? Hyphen. After hyphen, whatever is there, it should be selected as one part only. Before two hyphen, only one part. Point is clear? Only first two characters only I want to select. First two characters or three characters or four characters, whatever it is, only first, before to the first hyphen, whatever is that, that one only I want to select. After that, multiple hyphens are there also, I don't want to select. Because I'm interested to select only the first state name. Okay? Everything is clear? So now in this case, what I'm going to use? Delimiter as what? In this case, I'm going to use the delimiter as hyphen. That too, that delimiter as leftmost. Okay? No, sir, just confused, sir. Okay, just let us open. One more time, let us open the data set which we have worked. That is orders data set. Let's try. So what are the orders data set you are having? That is superstore data set. Orders data set means nothing but superstore. Now in this superstore data set, here I am having, can you see? In this CA indicates CA is there, US is there. First two characters are what? CA or US. So it is not either state name. It is from the either Canada or US. CA indicates Canada, US indicates USA. It is not the state name because I am observing only two characters, that two CA and US are there. Now, next four characters are what? Year. 2016. See, year. 2015. Year. Year. So this next after CA, whatever is there, 2014 is the year. So when I have observed here 2014 and here also 2014. Okay, this is first one, first two characters indicates country name. Second four characters indicates year, followed by order ID number. I want in terms of CA and US as one column. What I have to do in this case? Delimiter, I'm going to use the hyphen. Which one? Leftmost or rightmost? Leftmost, and I will get the separately CA and US as one. There I will observe how many of the number of records are from CA, how many number of records are from US. Maybe made in or something, right? And next I'm going to select the 2016 year also I am going to get. Like that I'm going to extract the year column. So here also date column is there now. Date also I can split as date, month and year as three different columns. And I can observe that which year more number of transactions, which month or more number of transactions, or I can apply the pivot table and I can observe something. So first I want to split the data. Split the data means I'm going to use the hyphen. Sir, if the hyphen is not there, slash is there, backslash or whatever is there, you select accordingly. Sir, for example, SRK hyphen Siva, comma, Rama. Okay, colon, Krishna. You are having in the like this. One record is having like this with multiple. Then what you are going to do? First to separate this one. Now everything you will have. For this again you separate the Siva. Again you separate with the Krishna. Three different times you have to do. Point is clear. First you do with this one. This column will be separated. Before two hyphen whatever is there separated. Now this everything is combined. Still it is combined only. Again combine one leftmost you separate. Again still it is combined. Leftmost you separate by using this time colon. Like that each time you separate. Is the points are clear? Everyone? When you are having the multiple delimiters differently, you have to do the 2 or 3 times differently. When you are having the single, it will be easy. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? Demerge. Merge and demerge. Both are clear? How to merge the columns and how to split the columns. Right? How to demerge. Next one is called as extract. For example, in this column, I want to extract only the first character. I want to extract only the something. I want to extract the first two characters. First two characters I want to extract like this. And I'm going to click on the this one. So only first two characters are selected. Sir, here okay, sir. But my point is, it has to create a new column, sir. It is doing in the existing column. but I want as a new column. If you want to add in a new column, you should not click on the transform. You have to click on the add column. In the add column, can you see extract here? Is the point is clear? Now, if you click on the extract, how many characters you want to extract? First two characters I want to extract. Click on the OK. So in every case, in everything, first two characters will be selected. In Siva, first two characters. In SRK, first two characters. In Pawan, first two characters. In Krishna, first two characters. Sir, I want only the first character, sir. This one not required. Okay. So for removing this column, what we are going to do? Click on the remove. Now I want what? Only the first character. To extract the first character, you want to replace in the original or you want to create a new one? First tell me that. I want a new one. New one means add column. I want to replace in the existing one. Then transform. Existing one means transform. New one means add column. Is the point is clear? Everyone? So here I'm going to click on the add column and click on the extract. First I'm going to extract. Which one you are going to extract? I'm going to extract the first character. Now it is going to extract the first character. What is the first character of this column? 50,000. Sir, why this column will be set, sir? Because you have selected this column and you have clicked on extract now. So automatically it will be applied on this column. And you are going to get the first character of this column. Sir, not this column, sir. How the Power BI knows that is not this column? So first you have to set the which column you want. And after setting the column, click on the extract and click on the first characters. And you are going to get the one. So first character will be selected. Sir, last character, sir. Last. Sir, I want the length of characters. So how many length of characters? Click on the length. Sir, earlier you told that same length earlier as function. Na? If you click on this one also, internally it will apply function only, basically. This is an option. Shortcut is available. But if you don't write if you don't use the shortcut also, it will go with that one only. See, again I'm selecting this column. Click on the extract. Click on the length. See, length of SRK 3, Siva 4, Pawan 5, and Krishna 7. Length of characters. Everyone is clear up to here? Any questions? If you are having any questions, please ask. What are the questions you are having? Right? So transform means it will replace in the same one. Extract, if you select add column means it will create a new one. So as of now, I'm selecting the multiple. I'm explaining for you so many things, right? Because that to this one, to share you this one, how I have to share you? If I click on the apply, okay, what happens? It will be saved. The entire sheets will be saved. Now, what are the Power BI is there? I can share this Power BI file, but which options I have selected? How you can know? Which options you have selected? How you can know? I will share this Power BI file. But once I share this Power BI file, once you open, directly you'll see the answer only. Final one. Sir, here steps are there, no sir. If you remove one step means it will go back. But which option I have selected, how you can know? Unless you write that one. So I'm explaining each and every option now. And what are you writing now? After the class, you try to practice. You only take one data set of your choice. And random values you can take. And you can apply that one. And you can see the difference. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Now, how to split the data, how to concat the data, and how to merge, and how to extract, and followed by format. So here, can you see format? When format can be applied on which data type? Can you see on the top? A, B, C. Now, here I'm selecting for this, when I click on the format, uppercase, lowercase, all these things, there'll be no use. So here clearly the format is applicable for the string only. ABC. ABC means which is categorical data. For this categorical data, I'm going to click on the format in that lowercase. What is meant by lowercase means everything will be converted to lowercase. If I click on the uppercase, everything will be converted to uppercase in that. All the names are converted to uppercase. Can you see? Now, what is lowercase? Every value will be converted to lowercase. That is SRK, Siva, Pavan, everything will be converted to lowercase. Converted? So upper means uppercase, lower means lowercase. What is meant by capitalize each word? What is meant by capitalize each word means, for example, here Siva, Rama, Krishna. Three are there. Now, let us first rename this one. Okay, let's here what are the values are there? Let's replace this value. Siva, I'm going to replace that particular Siva. I'm going to replace with Siva, Rama, Krishna. Now, can you see clearly the difference? For example, I'm going to replace Pavan. This Pavan I'm going to replace with the. Here, how many Pavans are there? First, tell me. Two Pavans are there. I'm selecting a particular Pavan only, and that particular Pavan I'm selecting, and I'm going to click on the replace. And that Pavan automatically was selected. And here I'm writing the Pavan to Pavan Kumar. Something like this. Now, can you see here? Pavan Kumars, right? Now, done. Here the point is, in the format, I'm going to set the capitalize each word. Capitalize each word means in the Siva, first letter. What are the first letter in the first word? That is Siva, S will be caps lock, R will be caps lock, and Krishna, K will be caps lock. That is capitalize each word. Right? Do you remember the Python functions means? We have discussed this one. In the Python, dot lower, dot upper, string dot upper, string dot lower, string dot title, string dot capitalize. Do you remember them? And those functions only here. And here trim. What is meant by trim? Trim means if any spaces are available. Do you remember in the strip in the Python? What is strip? Left side any white space or right side any white space is available at the end, it will remove automatically. That one only is called as here trim. Removing the white spaces. Can you read that one? Remove leading and trailing white spaces from each cell in the selected column. So which is nothing but strip function in Python. Right? It is going to do the trim. Trim is any, if available, it will trim. If it is not available, what it will do? For example, I am going to replace this one. Replace. So you want to replace all the values or you want to replace a particular value? Okay. I want to replace, see, match entire cell contents. Okay. Means whatever, wherever the Krishna is there, it is going to replace all of them. Okay. Now here I'm going to give the space. Okay. Space I'm giving, or double space or triple space. And I'm going to write something name as Nani. And I'm going to click on the OK. Now see here, you got like this. And I'm going to click on the format in terms of trim. So it is going to remove that. What are the white spaces are there? So before white spaces, for every cell, what are the white spaces before anything is there? It is going to remove. That is nothing but trim. Next, clean. Now can you see that what is it was written? Remove non-printable characters in the selected columns. Which are non-printable? So whatever the non-printable is there, it will remove that. Okay, characters. Some special characters will be there. Some for example, let me add here, replace. I'm adding the Nani dollar at the rate of hash dot 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 this one and dollar something. Okay, something you are having. And I'm going to click on the clean. When I click on the clean here, whether it is cleaned all the characters, when I click on the clean, Whether it has clean, yes or no? Means no, because these characters can be printable. Some special characters will be there, like China. Okay, some special words will be there, which are not available on the keyboard, which are not available on your keyboard. Those things will be cleared. Some characters which are not available on your keyboard, which characters are not available, those characters will be deleted in the clean. Okay, next, add prefix. What is add prefix means? I want to add for everything py, hyphen. What happens? Py hyphen srk, py hyphen this one, py hyphen pavan, py hyphen this one. Like this, you are going to get for everything py in the starting. Now tell me guys, I don't want py. Now what do I have to do? This is add. If you want to add the prefix, you are going to add. If you want to add the suffix, you can add. Suffix means at the end. Now I want to remove the prefix. Now tell me what I have to do. Earlier, whatever I have added, I want to remove. One step back, undo. No, this is not there. I got directly only like this. This is only data set. Initial data set is like this. Now in this case, what I have to do? You are going to apply the split. Exactly. Click on the split and you are going to take the split as hyphen and you are going to set the leftmost delimiter and you are going to split. Here you will get this one and this column you remove. Remove this column. Is the point is clear? If you want to remove the prefix means like this. Similarly, suffix also. How to add the suffix? How to remove the suffix? Okay, add the suffixes here. Remove the suffixes already you know. Split that one and last one will be selected. Right side or at most will be selected and that will be deleted later. Is the points are clear? Format, split, extract, merge, everything is clear? Anyone has any questions? Right? Now, from here, we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. If you are having any questions, please ask. If no questions, we'll continue in the tomorrow. Automatically, whatever the table you have selected, that table will be available in the, just this is your pivot table now. Just this pivot table, click on the save. Okay, apply. And if you click on the close, okay, apply and close, automatically this value will be saved. And that one only you can see here directly in the Power BI desktop. In the pivot table 3, see column names are which one? So what are the column names you are having? This one only, na? In this third sheet, sheet number 3, this is your pivot table, right? That one only you are seeing in the Power BI dashboard, right? I mean desktop. In the desktop, what are the desktop you are having? In this, what are the column names you are able to see? Jan, Feb, March and everything. Is that clear? Yes, obviously we are going to use the matrix. Means you are asking how to represent that one to others in terms of, yes, then you can show it in terms of matrix wise. Then we should not use the pivot table. Pivot table is for our purpose. To other purpose, matrix. For other person we have to show means in the dashboard we have to show means table or matrix we have to select. Same example, what are we are having? This one, right? Again, go back. Okay, go back. And here just you convert this one to unpivot. Normal data. What are the normal data is there? We have got the data like this. Before, let me do the unpivot. I'm not going to do the pivot. I'm doing the unpivot. So this is the data. This is not there. This is not there. This is not there. This is not there. This is only there. This is my data set, right? In my data set, first row has to be considered as headers. So I'm going to click on this. Automatically it will go like this. So this is only one. Just this is the data I have received basically. Now this same thing, what are the pivot table is there that I want to represent in the dashboard. Now here, what are the data I have received? I'm going to select in terms of insert table. I'm going to set the table. In the table, I'm going to select the month and I'm going to select the year and says, okay. Now you are going to get in terms of summation as the sum. You don't want as the summarize. Then you have to click on this one. Then automatically you are going to get the output like this. It will be not be summarized. No, sir, it has to be applied the group by or something means as per your requirement. Whatever your requirement is there, according to that you choose which one you want to summarize. Is the points are clear? Yes, obviously na, because how Python knows this what column name you are interested after splitting. Rows only 5 million, but not column names na. Delimiter will be internally delimiters are 2 or 3 or 4 will be there. Automatically it will create 4 columns only, right? It will not create 100 columns now. In a single, for example, let us take this one only. Here, when you convert this one by using the split, how many columns it will create? 3. Only 3 columns, right? Not rows, right? Columns are 3. So you are going to rename 3 column names only now. Even it is number of rows are 10,000 records are there or 20,000 records or as you told earlier, some million records are there also. Columns will be the 3 only, right? You are not going to rename the row names now. Row names means automatically will die. Right? It is column names. So column names will be limited. Got the point? Done. Bindu. Next. Sir, can you teach SQL data cleaning at the end? Sure. Bindu. We'll add that one. Know it of the at the end of the course. In between only we'll have some functions. Whenever we discuss the functions now, we'll add that one also. Surely we'll discuss. Right? If you require me, surely we'll discuss. Done, guys? Done. Thank you.